Hello everyone, welcome to Royal Online Tutorials, the online education channel. Today in our video we are going to give you an introduction to sales management part 3, but before we start don't forget to subscribe my channel. Let's start discussing the different selling approaches. If I need to pick the transactional one, it can be handled by finishing the sales as quickly and as easily as possible. Also, the key to success is to make as many calls as possible to as many people as possible. Whereas the affiliative one, it will be handled based on the friendship between the salesperson and the individual buyer. The problem solving or consultative, here we will be identifying and solving the client's problem. It's also called needs satisfaction selling or problem solution selling, because here we will be focusing on identifying and solving the client problem in order to make him more happy and more motivated to proceed in the sales. Finally, the enterprise, it's a business to business concept, so it will be handled based on not only person to person relationships but on company to company relationships. Now we are going to explain the 8 steps in the selling approach. So first of all, we have the prospecting, involving identifying potential customers for a particular product or service. So that is the first step. Here we will be identifying our potential customers for a certain product or services. We should take into consideration the money to spend, the authority to buy, and the desire to buy it. The second step is the pre-approach. Here, during this step, the salesperson tries to learn everything he can about the account, and it can take a significant amount of time. In the approach step, the salesperson asks the buyers to commit to a meeting. So opening a statement must get the buyer's attention. The needs identification, here the salesperson confirms prospect about money, authority, desires. And here it comprised 3 elements: the questioning, the identification, and the pre-commitment. In the presentation stage and the step, the salesperson describes the product and how it meets the buyer's needs by providing additional information about like features, benefits, evidence, agreement. Handling the objections. Here the reasons a buyer offers to not buy your product. It may occur at any time. The salesperson should find out the root of concern and try to directly resolve it. Closing the sales. It happens when the salesperson asks the buyer for the sale. Good close can happen by reinforcing decisions to buy, by confirming implementation schedule, by thanking the buyer, or by asking for referral. Finally, in the implementation follow-up, after the delivery, we should ensure that the customer has a good experience with the product. So following up is very important. It's not about like the pre-purchase phase, not also the purchase phase. We should give a very huge importance on the post-purchase phase by always following up with our customers in order to make sure that the product was of a high quality, was meeting and exceeding their expectations, and that they are really happy and satisfied. And we can handle this by training our employees to do it, by enhancing our service, by adjusting and applying the policies and procedures. Finally, if we need to check the difference between the selling process and the selling approach, as we saw a few minutes ago, in the selling approach we highlight on the role of transactional, affiliative, consultative, and enterprise, and we have discussed the 8 steps of the selling approaches. Whereas in the selling process, it's only about prospecting, we will present, and then finally we will be closing. Thank you for watching my channel.